Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I'm George. We're all George. So happy Friday. Today, let's talk about this big jobs report and unemployment number. Let's talk about it, and let's talk about how it's going to affect the markets today and the coming weeks. And plus, let's talk about Bitcoin. Where we are in this cycle. There's so much fear out there right now, but is it warranted? And should you strap on and get ready for October? Let's talk about it and more. All right, let's do it. Welcome, guys. So, we're starting out the day 56.8, a little bit higher than yesterday. In fact, last night we had a little dip back to 55,000. So things are looking a little bit better today. And why is that? Well, let's look. The U.S. market is in the green right now because we actually got some bad economic news. And that's sending markets up. Doesn't quite make sense, right? The payrolls number for last month, August, came in at 142,000. Okay? That is below expectations. So that's not good. That's not good. However, unemployment did tick down though. A lot of people did think that unemployment would tick down from 4.3 to 4.2, which it did. But overall, we added less jobs, and we knew this was going to come. I mean, we got other reports that show the same thing, that jobs are not as plentiful as before. And unemployment, or jobless claims, is going up, but in this case, unemployment did tickle down. However, what does that mean? Well, that means this is ammunition for Powell. Look at this staggering thing, right? It was actually at 50-something%. Now it's at 45%, but still, it's near neck and neck, meaning that we may get that 50 basis point cut. We've been waiting for it. We need it as an economy, and we may be getting it. It was actually at like 54% before I refreshed, but now it's come down a little bit, right? But we're neck and neck, so we still have about a week next week, and then, on the 18th, that's when we get the next FOMC meeting, and we'll see. We'll see what Powell does. He's really, I bet he's feeling the pressure. He's feeling a lot of pressure right now from a lot of sides that's telling him to do a 50 basis point cut, I'll tell you that. But then, he has to be conservative and be his own man and make his own decisions. Like, do I really need to follow these guys and do a 50 basis point or 25 basis point? You know what? It's not, I'll tell you, it's not easy to be Fed Chair Powell. It's not. And ultimately, he can't fix anything because inflation never stops and the money printer keeps on going. However, 10-year Treasury yield falls. Usually when 10-year Treasury falls, that's a good thing. That means people are taking money away and actually, now I refresh. It said it falls. Now it says it's flat. But anyways, usually when 10-year Treasury, when it, all right, let me think about this. When the 10-year yield Treasury falls, that means there's more fear in the market. When it goes up, there's less fear in the market. So I guess it's still kind of wonky at this point, right? The main thing is Powell. What is he going to do? It's looking better and better, in terms of a bigger rate cut at least. But as for the economy, it's looking worse and worse. That's how it is. As for crypto, the fear index keeps going down. We were at 27, 28, 30, and now we're at 22. Extreme fear. What happened between yesterday and today that brought fear down even more? When was the last time we were at 22? I mean, we have to go back to like the crypto winter to be this fearful. Again, I don't know if the sentiment is really that fearful. I don't know. Looking in the live chat, doesn't seem like we're nearly as bearish as when Bitcoin was below 20,000 or below 10,000. But that's just how it is right now. A lot of fear because a lot of retail investors, They've given up on alts, given up on memes, given up on NFTs, given up on everything. But this is why I've always said, hey, don't ignore Bitcoin. Have a lot of Bitcoin in your portfolio, then you would not feel so much fear. Because Bitcoin will always lead the way. It's the biggest and strongest, and you want that security, you want that strength. There will be a time for alts, but hey, always have a large portion in Bitcoin. I think there are too many retail investors that's like only in alts or very heavily in alts. And that's why, whenever we have downturns, they really turn bearish because alts, we know, gets decimated during the volatile times, right? But we are in a scary month. So I recognize that. So retail investors may be looking at this and saying, well, September historically is the worst month for Bitcoin, right? You can't dispute that. It has been pretty bad in September, okay? But we will get the rate cuts starting in a couple weeks, and we will get more. We will get a lot more this for the remainder of this year. So that can certainly change things for this September. And keep in mind, 2022, 2021, 2020 was when the Fed was raising rates, right? So it's a little bit different story. And plus 2023, we bucked the trend and had a green month. But you know what? You know what comes after September? October. And historically speaking, October is the best month for Bitcoin, right? Look at those juicy gains that we've had. Last year, we had a 29% gain. 2021, we had a 40% gain. 2017, we had a 48% gain in a single month. Look at 2017. Take a look at 2017, okay? 2017 was absolutely fantastic. That was a year after the halving event. Look at some of those juicy gains. In August of 2017, 65%. October, 48%. November, 55%. December, 40%. That's crazy. That's crazy. But we have seen months like that before, right? We have seen many months like that before. I mean, just look at 2021 too. February, we had a 37% gain, followed by a 30% gain. In October, we had a 40% gain. Those months are coming. You just have to be patient. You just have to be patient, right? September is not locked in with the certainty that it will end in red. However, it's still early. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Yesterday, we had a very, very large outflow day for the ETFs. If you look at Fidelity, minus 150 million outflow. Bitwise, 30 million. I mean, overall, 211 million outflow. Wasn't a good day. Maybe why fear level is so high, right? But look at BlackRock. No outflow. BlackRock, Larry Fink understands. He has diamond hands at this point. He will do what he can to stop the outflows. I mean, it has to be impressive. If you're not impressed by that, I mean, Fidelity is the second biggest ETF holder, and they had a massive, this week, a few days ago, 162 million outflow. Yesterday, 150 million outflow. And even during these days, BlackRock is zero outflow. Zero. Because Larry Fink looks at this chart and says, you know what? I don't have enough. And I don't want to see that line tick down. I only want to see it go up. And that's exactly what's been happening. You had 2 days of outflow so far in 8 months. And it's been nothing but accumulation at this point, right? It's actually quite amazing. But it does show you when someone understands, they will continue to hold on DCA. That's really it. I know this is a fund. I know a lot of people always say, you understand, George, this is a fund, right? Yeah, I understand it's a fund. But he's using other funds and other funds and other funds to buy his own fund. That's how he's making sure that there's no outflow, because it doesn't make any other sense any other way. So, I mean, he wants to accumulate as much as possible while things are cheap, even though he has trillions under management. But still, he understands. Someone like Arthur Hayes kind of flip-flops. BTC is heavy. I'm gunning for a sub 50K this weekend. I took a cheesy short. Pray for my soul, for I am a teacher. The surest way to lose money when it comes to Bitcoin is to short it. If you think it's gonna go down, okay, don't hold any or sell it off. But if you short, it's the surest way to lose money. Okay, don't ever short Bitcoin. Arthur Hayes, sometimes I agree, most of the times I don't agree with what he's saying. But anyways, what's really important is this, not short-term movement, not what happens today and tomorrow and next week. Really what you want to focus on is long-term and this cycle. And where are we this cycle? Well, I mean, this is mindset of, what do you call it? This is like a mindset of retail investors. And, you know, it applies to Bitcoin as well. You have, you know, when you're down at the bottom of a crypto winter, that's, you know, that's when it's on the very right side, despair, end of bear, and then you hover there for a little bit. Then, you know, it starts coming back up. Things get better. Accumulation, trend emergence, shakeout. Yeah, we have many of those. Momentum building, first sentiment extreme, which we had back in March. Yeah, we certainly had that. Then we come back down. It's like a bear trap, right? This is a trap for the bears. This is a time for the bears to load up on the shorts like Hayes and think that, you know what, they're going to benefit from it until we go back upwards and liquidate them all. Then that's when the parabolic phase starts. You got that renewed optimism, FOMO, euphoria, and that's when we come back down, right? But this time around, when we come back down from euphoria all the way down to bottom fishing and the spear end of bear, before traditionally we would see like an 80% drop, okay? Going forward, I'm not so sure we will see an 80% drop. We may see like 50%, 40%, but with the institutions holding so many Bitcoin, and same thing with the ETFs, I have a hard time believing that the next crypto winter is going to bring us down 80%. Unless we do something crazy, like with the FOMO euphoria stage, where somehow Bitcoin hits $500,000 by peak. Yeah, then maybe I say 80% is warranted. But I just don't think we're going to do that. I don't think we're going to go so high into the stratosphere that we will need to come down 80%. So this cycle may be the last traditional 4-year cycle, right? After we hit top. After we start coming down, we start over with a new cycle. I'm not so sure it's going to be the same as before. But I guess we'll see. But right now, like I said, stop worrying about day to day, week to week. Worry about long term. Focus on the future and continue to hold on DCA if you can. That's really what it comes down to. All right, so just a few other things, like a fractal pattern comparing us to the 2020. Very similar before breaking out, getting back to top, and then going forward, right? Looks very similar to what we have right now. Realized cap for new whales. Whenever whales buy a whole lot, that's when we go up. That kind of makes sense. Just like right now, whales have been loading up ever since Bitcoin has started coming down from its 73K. That's when the whales started accumulating. A lot of new addresses, whale addresses have been formed. A lot of new Bitcoin has been bought behind the scenes. So whale accumulation is a real thing. That's it. That's all I want to say. All right, guys, let's do some Q&A. Oh, NASDAQ is turning down. Let's see. NVIDIA is down today. MicroStrategy and Coinbase are up today. I wonder if that's going to hold. Overall, Dow's doing good right now. S&P is flat. NASDAQ is down. All right. Q&A time. Happy Friday. Let's see. Miguel says, hello from Miami. I keep DCA no matter what the price is. That's right. Hold on. All right. Okay, I caught up. Joseph Enox. Good morning, George. Just watched. No, wrong. No. Hi, George. Jobs report was telling. Do you think they overreached on interest rate hike? They didn't overreach, but I felt like Powell could have cut 25 basis points in July. That would have helped things. And it would have, he knew he needed to cut. And I think he was stuck between a rock and a hard place, and he decided to okay, let's wait until September. And I think he let things run too far because August was pretty bad with a lot of data. September has been bad. So Manabouts. I don't know how to say that name. One gifted membership. Awesome. Oh, it's not updated. What? It fell back down to 41%. It's so strange. I don't know how they calculate this. This morning after the job report came out, this climbed up to like 54%. And then, when I started streaming, it's at 45%. And now it jumped back down to 41%. This is quite strange behavior. I don't know how they're calculating this. Or all the analysts are adjusting on the fly. Do you think crypto, Los asked, do you think crypto will ever hit a point where investors realize they won't be able to gain much from it anymore and move on to the next trend? Yeah. That's why memes got so popular in March. Because a lot of retail investors that normally would invest in, say, Bitcoin or the L1s, L2s, and other niches, they decided to go with memes, right? And it's going to be like that. There will always be a new trend with crypto. So it's never going to be like, okay, let's get out of crypto completely and get into something else because there's nothing that moves as fast as crypto. The newer generation, they only invest in crypto. They don't invest in stocks. They don't invest in bonds, certainly, or anything else, or real estate. The newer generation is only investing in crypto. Crypto is here to stay and will only get bigger. There will be new fads and trends. There will always be new things, but it's going to be crypto. Carpo, BTC only went slightly higher from 64K to 69K from 2021 to 2022. Do you think it'll be the same in this cycle, end of year, next year? That's not right at all, man. I don't know what you're talking about. BTC went from 4,000 to 69,000, not 64,000 to 69,000. I miss Harmony. Bring that back. Ooh, I've heard so many bad things about Harmony. So many people got wrecked from Harmony because of what the CEO did or didn't do, and I've heard a lot of inside stories about Harmony. So I hope they don't come back. Favorite drink, old fashioned all day. I think my go-to drink if I'm at a bar or a wedding would be whiskey sour. That's what I would. That's my go-to drink. But I like anything with whiskey, anything with vodka. I don't like gin. Yeah, that's kind of. You know what's funny about VeChain, Eli? Sonny is all about like he has this new program called Better, and it's all about like cleaning up the garbage and stuff, which is great. It's a noble cause. But he has to realize that people in crypto are in it to make money, not to like help pick up garbage. Like I was asking VeChain even recently about what they're doing in Singapore, and they have this initiative, they have this event that you sign up for where you go and clean up garbage on the beach. I'm just thinking like, who is signing up for that? And supposedly it's filled. It's like VeChain is all about like making the earth go green now, and they're not really giving retail investors what they want. Where's the DeFi projects? Where's the DePIN projects? Where are the memes? Like, no one in crypto cares about cleaning up garbage on a beach. I hate to say it, but that's a reality. That's what VeChain is all about these days. So the sustainability and going green and stuff, I don't quite get Sonny's vision right now. I'll be honest with that. Chris, are you a fan of Porsche, and would you get a 911 GT3 RS or Turbo S? Yeah, of course. Who's not a fan of Porsche? If you can afford it, great, go get them. Um, I've never driven a 911 before. I don't know how they are, but everyone says they're awesome. Clean to earn. That's exactly what they're trying to do, but it's not. I don't know, it's not gonna work. Um, do you have any thoughts on Palm AI? No, I don't, Tanner. And no matter how much you spam it, I have no thoughts about it. Do you have something you want to vent or complain about? I got so many things to complain about, but it would be wise for me not to. But as I grow older, more and more things annoy me, annoy the hell out of me. I'm trying to calm myself down. Um, Bill says, assuming you're not looking for just a track car, even a turbo is insane. I'm sure just a Carrera 4S is insane, even without the turbo. But again, I have to drive a 911 to be able to experience it. I haven't. That's the one car I have not been able to drive yet. Venomous, I appreciate that. That's what the girls with daddy issues tell me too. But I got so many wrinkles and shit now. Man, when I was in my 30s, I looked like I was a teenager. But crypto really aged me. Sounds like you need a non-crypto related holiday to reset. I'll be traveling soon to Singapore, so maybe I'll get some rest then. Is crypto worth the aging? I swear, if you're in crypto, it does age you at least twice as fast. And yes, it's worth it. It is worth it. Josh and Scott, come on now. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this trip, and also I'm not because of this flight. I don't know what to do about this flight. You know, there's only so many movies you could watch on a flight before you just get too bored. Andy says, hey, 2 weeks in Vegas fixes many things. Like, what kind of things? What are you referring to? I'm leaving Tokyo to Copenhagen tomorrow. First time there. Where's Copenhagen? Somewhere in Europe, I'm assuming. I feel like Vegas is overrated. Honestly, I've been there like too many times now. In the last year, probably been to Vegas 4 times. A couple times due to UFC fights. A couple times just whatever. Um, I don't know. I feel Vegas is overrated. A lot of the hotels are not as it's not as fancy as you think. I mean, they're kind of run down now, and the strip is just like filled with wild and weird people. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't enjoy Vegas as much as some do. Orlando is definitely not better than Vegas. Orlando is the worst place to be in. No, Scott, that's not what I said. Yeah, I think Vegas is really about eating at buffets, checking out, some of the clubs, and that's it. Maybe go to a UFC fight. Um, that's it. I mean, like, what else you could do in Vegas? Search. No, I don't. Hopefully you don't either. What about Nashville? Nashville's way too small for me. I'm not into the country scene. Josh, you're doing too much research into that. Oh man, Singapore is gonna be wild. Just like the market right now, it's kind of wild. Can't make up its mind. Man, I started the stream well, like almost 57. Now we're back down to 55.8. That kind of sucks. Go check out Depreciated Panamera if you want a daily Porsche that fits your family. Yeah, they used to be all the rage until the Cayenne, not the Cayennes. I forgot the EV car from Porsche, what it is, but it kind of destroyed the Panamera. What's your view on Tactum crypto? I have no views. They say they're the fastest L1, but who cares? When you have a 100 lane highway and no one's on it, do you really need to have a 100 lane highway? That's how most of these chains are. They'll say they're the fastest and they can handle like a million transactions per second when they have like less than like 10 per day. It's like, what is the point? KJM, I worked for a timeshare management company and got 7 nights in a 2 bedroom condo for 400 flat. Well, that's pretty nice, but I can't stand timeshare companies anymore. I don't have time. I don't have the patience for that. They always sell you this pipe dream like, oh, you're going to save so much money and blah, blah, blah. And then, you get locked in, you get trapped, and then you have to listen to their pitch and pretend like you care. No more for me. You know, back in the day, there was this plan to create a cruise ship so big you could just live permanently on it. It was gonna be a floating city just like sailed across the world, and it could like house like 50,000 people, and it's just its own community, right? And then that company went belly up. But I thought that would be a good idea. A lot of people I think would just live there, and you could buy a condo there. Um, I don't know. Am I holding any Caspa? No, no, I don't believe in Caspa. Are people memeing, or does crypto age you faster? It does age you faster because it makes you so nervous, and you're always checking it, and you're always under stress, and you're getting less sleep. Yeah, it does age you faster, but also accelerates your profits faster too. It's like being a time machine. Let me see if I can find that because I thought it was interesting. Maybe someone could do it. Someone should make the Enterprise, Starship Enterprise too. There was a project to make a real Enterprise ship, and that never went anywhere. What the hell? I was searching I was searching floating cities. Did you guys even know this existed? The Maldives has a floating city, or is it? That's not done yet. That's what they're planning on doing. Looks like a giant brain. All right, so that's not what I was looking for, but it's a freedom ship. No, they have a freedom ship. That's not what it is. Is it? Yeah, it's like this. Yeah, Scott was right. It'll be like something like this, like something crazy. 6 times larger than an aircraft carrier. Something that'll never happen. Uh-oh. MicroStrategy and Coinbase turning red now. People did not like the jobs report. Rebecca's asking AVAX's potential this year. Hey, you know what? I just say this, okay? This month so far has been bad. We got a lot of uncertainty, a lot of FUD. But next month, starting next month, or maybe after a couple weeks, we will trend upwards. We will end the year at a new high, and that's when everything will be going up once again. But you just got to wait it out. You got to have patience. You got to ignore the FUD. This is where we are right now in the cycle. We got a long ways to go. Oh, shoot. Don't ever look at Dubai. They have a hotel on the water. Yeah, I was going to stay there. I was at Dubai earlier this year. Probably go there next year too for Token 2049. Dubai is great, but I also think it's like it's not a place I would want to live. I mean, it's great to visit, but not a place I want to live. Let's just put it that way. When will they announce the Twitter payments? Hopefully soon. Hopefully there's some kind of crypto integration into it too. That would certainly help things a bit. Yeah, today is not so good. Not off to a good start. Man, that percentage for a 50 basis point keeps on dropping. It's like 55, 45, 41, now 37. This may be the reason why the market's going down because they're starting to realize we're not going to get that 50 basis points. But the more the market crashes, the more this goes up too. So maybe this is a reason also. I don't know. Wall Street sometimes very unpredictable, very reactionary. Um, you would think that they're very forward thinking, but a lot of times they just react. They just react to what comes out, just like retail investors. Can you drive a 911 Turbo Crypto Cruise? If I get my hands on one, sure, I will. Corey says 100K by Christmas, 210K by May. It looks right. It does look right. Today, like Dollar General's up. Best Buy's up. That's actually quite amazing. All right, guys. I guess that's it for this Friday. We started out good. Now not looking so good. But you know what? Hang in there. Hang in there. Focus on the future. Focus long term. Try to ignore short term FUD, short term volatility. We have seen scarier times, even the last few weeks, last few months. We have seen scarier times, even though the fear level is really high. But we will get through it. Keep in mind, we have better days ahead. Market sentiment changes very quickly. You want to stay in the game. HODL and DCA. All right. Smash a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys tomorrow with a new crypto cruise. And then Sunday walk. And then I'll see you guys on Monday. 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Have a good one, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.